Good evening, everybody. We are back for a normal Tuesday night of racing. We get the Winston Cup replay series tonight from Charlotte. I'm coming to you from a very cold Michigan, but these guys are on a very, very hot Charlotte track for tonight. When I mean hot, I mean we're talking, well, if it'll pull it up for me. Of course my software is not going to work as soon as I jump in. It's about 115 on the track temp tonight, so it's going to be a warm one for these guys. Should overall be a pretty decent race. We got quite a few guys signed up for tonight, so my software wants to start working anytime. Of course it doesn't want to work. We got 200 laps for these guys. Right now, JD McHaley's your pole sitter. We'll see how that plays out as these guys finish qualifying. I'm going to reload my SDK software really quick here to get you guys a better update of what's going on. Okay, yeah, there, now everything's going to show through. So yeah, like I said, 80 degrees outside. Actually, right now it's 124 degrees on the track. Oh God, he changed his driver info icon. I guess we'll find out what that looks like here soon. I did get my logos, my track map, all of that fun stuff working for you guys for tonight. Yeah, as I said, we've got about 13 cars for tonight. Should be a smashing good time. I got Corn in the booth with me. He should be back here, I would think, any minute.
Heyo.
Oh, he is back.
I am back.
Like I said, we'll see how tonight goes for these guys. Should be a good one. I'll move that to where it's a little more readable. All right. Good Lord, let me see if I can get some sort of stats up. There we go. Yeah, JD McHaley with your fastest lap. Rob Collier second. Got a few guys that didn't qualify, so we'll have that starting grid shortly. King, if you haven't noticed on my thumbnails, all of them for the series, except for the very first one, the winner of the previous event is in the thumbnail for the next race. That's how I do them all. It gives the guys something to look at. You know, hey, I won the previous race. You know, come see where I finished in the second one or in the next one. But so while a little confusing, also kind of cool at the same time. Ron, you'll do just fine. Just roll the corners, get out of the throttle early. You'll be good to go. Oh man, it's kind of weird because tonight we are live on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. So it's good to be back on TikTok. I know everybody had the whole issue over the weekend, and I couldn't put part 3 of my stream up. So to anybody that watched over there, I appreciate it. If you're watching, sorry that we kind of run into some difficulties thanks to the state of things, but we're at least back for now. We'll see how long this lasts. Hopefully it becomes a permanent thing, but yeah. Outside of that, who's your pick for tonight, Corn?
I'm gonna go with the Gominator.
Oh, you stole mine. I mean, he's 2 weeks refreshed. I think
I was gonna say he hasn't been able to race in the league for a couple weeks. You know, I think he's out for blood tonight. Blood's not the right word.
I'm not gonna go with my second choice because I don't want to curse him, so I'm gonna go with my third choice, and I'm gonna probably pick Dennis Daly. Fast at Martinsville till the wall bit him. Jumped up and bit him.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just kind of just all of a sudden was there.
Who put that wall there?
And I know he's done a boatload of testing for this race. So we'll see if he can't get up there and challenge last week's winner, JD, and Rob Collier. See if he can't win one of these 4 seasons over.
Yeah. Now my question is, who's your underdog pick?
Ooh, my underdog pick. Oh, God. Who do I got that hasn't qualified? It's not on my list. My underdog pick, I'm going to go Diesel Weasel.
See, my underdog pick is Ron St. Louis, Pit Road Ron.
He's due for one. He's run good in a lot of them.
Because, I mean, if he's not on pit road, he's going to put you on pit road.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking gold. Ron, you better use that. I know you're listening. All right. Well, here we go. We got JD McHaley on your pole with a 32.368. Rob Collier going to start in that second position. Tyler Nichols third. Tom Gom fourth. Gabriel Griffin fifth. Gary Freeman in sixth. Eric Dillingham seventh. Dennis Daly eighth. Diesel Weasel ninth. Eric Cap 10th. Korn's not 11th because he's our race control. So that's going to put Aiden Haller in 11th. And that should put Ron St. Louis in 12th. And that'll be your starting lineup for tonight.
What are you talking about? I'm not in 11th. That's an ICW takeover.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get our ticker up. I think we're going to rock the ticker for a little bit tonight. Guys, let me know what you think, if that works a little bit better so you can see a little bit more. Yeah, we'll get this party started here in just a minute once everybody grids up. Looks like we're waiting on Tom. King, to answer your question, I don't know if I'm actually going to get a chance to watch that this weekend. I'm literally working. They're supposed to be working tomorrow. We'll see. It depends on if I can get into the office with the temperature, because it's supposed to be like negative 20, 25 in the morning. And that's the kind of shit that if you drive to work and your car breaks down, you get frostbite very quickly. I don't know if I'll get a chance to watch it because I'm probably going to be working most of the day on Saturday. So if I get a chance to watch it, it'll be very limited. We have a visitor in the booth.
Talking about me?
Huh?
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about the Pope.
Oh, I didn't know the Pope was here.
Yeah, didn't you know Corn's the new Pope?
Oh.
I am. News to me.
It's even news to him. Oh, man. What got said? Because I could hear it was Ron. I don't know what was said.
I didn't actually say it. I just typed it into the chat. I said, Pit Road Ron. If he's not on pit road, he's going to put you there.
You're a dick. Oh, shit.
So that picture that I just showed you with my phone separating because the battery is trash. So in the last
hold on
20
1 second,
minutes,
Corn. We're off. And I'm not kidding you, Tyler Nichols, I don't know if he did some testing before this, but he's looking to move into second and possibly first right away.
Is he in the red and white car? Or is he in the
Tyler's
green and white car?
He's in the red and white 42. Rob Collier in the 02. Gominator right there with him. Not surprised. I'm sure Tyler and Tom will share the setup. But it's like a Blue Angels formation out front right now. As JD leads the way through lap 1. All right, so what about your battery?
So you saw how expanded it was.
Yep. Could fit a quarter in there.
Yeah, you could probably fit a $50 in there now. Somebody just wrecking.
Oh, Tom loose. He saves it down to the bottom. We're going to stay green. Ooh, God, he's really loose. JD going to continue to lead. How we doing, Nate? I think there's some guys that had a little bit of major pucker factor there.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler's around. He keeps it down low, but it's definitely going to bring the caution out. Mark, we wound up actually taking 5th, so we had a pretty good bounce back. We were battling for a 3rd. It sounds like, and I don't have the full story. I haven't went back and watched the replay yet, but it sounded like we wrecked at some point in the rain, cost us a few laps, but it sounds like everybody wrecked in the rain because even the leader wrecked.
I didn't wreck in the rain. Oh wait, I didn't race in the rain.
Well, it's in our split. I think from the way it was explained to me, everybody in like the top 10 wrecked in the rain. So, King, yeah, I may not be able to race the Saturday morning race. So, unfortunately, when work calls, I got to go. Yeah, Mark, I heard it was a monsoon. All right, so JD's gonna lead the first 5 laps of this thing. What happened, Corn?
I don't know.
Okay. Do I need to look at something or handle something?
No, Okay, screen's back. Cool. Everything is like I'm an old man, and it's huge.
Weird.
Yeah. No, I want to show the desktop. It's not going to show me the desktop. Wonderful.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm. And you can't minimize iRacing because, you know, why could you?
That's always fun.
Yeah. Like, I have no idea what happened here.
Like it just changed the resolution on you?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Oh, that's fun. A lot of technical difficulties in the middle of a race.
Yeah, me too.
Mark, I'm not surprised that you had more colorful names for it. Sounds like everybody had colorful names for the rain.
Yeah.
I did had a great time in the rain.
What's that?
I had a great time in the rain.
I did see a video of apparently a GTP team of 3 pro drivers.
AJ, is this supposed to be doubles file?
No. I literally copied the other races. If you want to, Corn, the next one, just if it forces too wide, just set them all to single file after this.
Oh, as soon as it goes green, that's what I'm going to do.
I mean, we don't have any lap down cars, so I'm not too worried about it, but oh well.
Yeah.
But I did see a replay of 3 pro drivers in a GTP that racked up 300 incident points and took out the leader twice.
Good Lord.
All right, JD McKaylee going to get this thing fired back off again. Rob Collier to the outside. And we have Eric Dillingham in the Hail Satan car.
What?
Yeah, he's driving the 666.
But the Pope is here.
Okay.
What's going on, Earl? We're league racing tonight. 2x2 out of 2 with the O2 on the outside. I'm gonna file in. Eric said he didn't want to miss this one because this is his track. This is his wheelhouse. So we'll see if the 666 can put it up front.
This is a very good track for Eric. I will 100% agree to that.
He runs well in almost anything here. So We'll get a better look at the car that's in the rearview mirror of JD McHaley here a little bit later. Oh man. I think
That thing really does say "Hail Satan."
I told you.
Oh, he's loose.
Eric's loose.
Oh,
out. Oh, we're gonna go back and look at that. I'm not sure what happened to him there.
Just got loose.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse.
Not where you'd expect it.
Somebody just blew a motor.
I got Gabriel Griffin crash.
Yeah.
But it was
not sure what happened there.
Yeah, he's on pit road.
Caution's out. He goes into the turn. And it just snaps on him. He's off the gas and it just comes around.
Oh, wow. God.
Oh, yeah.
That one's funny, King.
Wow.
Hey, King said that the power of God struck the Hail Satan car down. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Ferrari Pro Team got a penalty and stripped of their win at the Daytona 24. Oh, that's freaking wild.
Huh. That is wild.
Trying to figure out JD's play here. If he's just getting fuel, it'd be way too early for tires.
Of course, now you want me to, now you got me wanting to check if there were any DQs post race.
Oh, from your race? I haven't even checked mine yet. It's probably something good to look at, but I haven't looked at it. What's up, Tyler, Diggs, Scott? Yeah, I'm very curious to know what Ferrari did. Ugh. Well, while we're pacing here, don't forget, guys, we're back this Sunday. We got Fast Car, 87s at Daytona. Might even see the old lady try it. That'll be...
Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me. That's funny.
What?
The Ryko team that won our class got disqualified.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder what for.
I bet you I can tell you.
Oh, I heard about what Cody's talking about. Apparently the Ferrari team was Alt F4ing to not get damage in wrecks. So if they were almost going to get into a wreck, they'd Alt F4 come back in and then start going again. Because by the time they'd make it back in, they'd be on pit road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check the results. So we're going to be down one car, it looks like. Hopefully Gabriel can get the engine fixed, get back out there. Be at least 30 minutes, but right now he's on pace to make it only down 10-15 laps the way we keep spinning around this place. What's up, Mike? All right, Rob gonna lead this thing off. Tom Gom second, Tyler Nichols third, Dennis Daly, my pick, up to fourth so far. We'll see how this goes. Rob gonna get up to a pretty decent jump here right now. See if these guys can get strung out a little bit, get some green flag racing. I know that track temp is not helping. I know it's probably cold where everybody else is at, but right now we're sitting at about 127 on the track temp. Come back here to the Gominator and catch a few other guys in the mix here. Tom Gom says he wants to be like Tyler Nichols when he grows up. I don't know when that's going to happen, but here's to you, Tom. Maybe eventually. Tyler Nichols going to dive it down inside of Tom, but then he thinks better of it. We got Dennis Daly sitting there in third. JD back up to fifth. We got Diesel Weasel. Oh God, he put an angry weasel in his bio thing. It's road rage but faster. We got Aiden sitting here in seventh. Ron sitting back in eighth. Eric Cap, who's gonna blink out on me, he's in ninth. We got the Toaster. He's rolling in 10th right now. Eric in 11th. Gary's car looking like it's seen better days currently. Back up to the front. Watch this battle for second and third. Man, JD's on a mission. Down to the bottom. He's next to Tom. Tom wiggling a little bit. Tyler looking to follow JD through, it looks like. It's Rob with about a, half-second lead, I think. See it here in a second. 2.9 second lead, actually. I lied. JD getting hella loose coming off of 4.
Yeah, that thing was
a little on the
wrecked.
Sideways side. I mean, it's going to be a tire-saving game all night.
Yeah. You come to Charlotte in just about
JD.
anything. Oh.
JD was off the track. Him and Tyler side by side right now. I'm being told we got to check out the back of Dennis's car. I'll have to grab that in just a second. Let's go. JD getting a little loose again. Tom going to go on by. Diesel looking to go by. Dennis just kind of riding. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on the back of Dennis's car. Oh, that's funny.
Is Diesel's paint scheme a Andy's frozen custard paint scheme?
No. So it's the oh God. What the hell is the family TV car? It's a rip off of that. It's one of his meme paints.
Gotcha, okay. It looks like the Andy's frozen custard logo. That is exactly what it looks like.
I'm gonna go to Diesel really quick, and we're gonna find out what the back of his car says. Relatives. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the family TV car, but it says relatives. All right. So looks like Tyler's hanging back a little bit here. Trying to get the gap. This time by. About 5 seconds back. Hopefully getting some rubber down on this track helps these guys a little bit. Because Rob is walking the field right now. Like it's a battle for second currently. Mike, I'll take your snow if you want my crippling cold. I don't know about you, but to me, it's far too cold here. Back to Tom now that Tyler's starting to gap out a little bit. Actually, focus on JD back up into what, 4th place.
So I told you that I think I knew why that team got disqualified.
Yeah.
And I just verified it. 2 of their drivers tanked the living hell out of their iRating.
Oh, lovely.
One of them dropped 500 iRating.
Tyler off pace. I think he got loose. Sorry, Corn, didn't mean to cut you off there, but JD's getting back around Tyler.
Between the 2 drivers, they dropped over 700 iRating.
Oh.
In the week or so prior to that race.
Are they house drivers?
Oh, JD very loose. Tyler loose.
Oh, Tyler loose. 3 wide, Aiden to the bottom.
Oh, man.
Well, that was a power move.
To answer your question, I don't know, but I'm going to send you a screenshot of their names, and you'll recognize them immediately.
Probably. Well, that could have been way worse, but luckily they all made it through. I think JD's going to back off for a little bit and just kind of let things sort themselves out. But here's the interesting one. Aiden Haller up to third.
Yeah.
And Tyler Nichols going to take that little bit of glory away from him right this second. Oh, no, Aiden's going to fight him back on the high lane. Might actually be the better play. Probably not work the tires as hard. The answer to that question, Corn, is yes.
Yeah.
Every one of them is. All right, Dennis is looking to go around Aiden now. Dennis is going to put it back up to fourth. JD looking to come around as well. But the battle's definitely right here. Tom's kind of gapped. I don't think he's pulling in Rob currently, though. Rob's got about a quarter of a lap lead already. King, that's something I'll never know the answer to, because honestly, I was telling these guys the other day, if I JD and Aiden getting together a little bit. If I'm gonna go and race, I want to race the best, even if that means I'm losing. So to me, it's not worth busting down some splits to try to race people. It just isn't to me. So I think Tom got a little loose there. I see he faded back to these guys just a touch. Look at Tom, see where he's at. About 165. Yeah, about the same speed. Tom's just a little free in the middle of the corner, though. Ron just kind of hanging back there. Ooh, Eric blinking a little bit, too.
JD's spinning down into pit road.
He kept it off of pit road. I'm going to go back and take a look at that. I don't know if he got help there or if it just kind of went.
Dennis is loose. Holy cow.
Well, like I said,
he's still loose.
Track temp's hot. Dennis saved it. I think.
He's got it. He's got it going.
Tires are hot for sure. Yep, they're gonna. Dennis will probably get lapped here shortly just because of the hot tires.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be one of them races. You just got to check up and run the bottom.
Yeah.
Justin, I would definitely agree. You learn a lot more from if you surround yourself with fast people. And I've done this my entire racing career. You surround yourself with guys faster than you, you will become faster because of them. So, Tyler up to second, Tom in third. We got Eric underneath Tom. Eric keeps blinking. Did Dennis crash again? He did. Oh, this time it's bad. This time it's really bad. I don't know what happened. He went into the corner. Oh, no, he tried to correct it. And it snapped for the wall. That sucks. Gabriel, I would check it in a replay. See if it clicked into third out of nowhere. Because me and Nick had one in a Gen 4 race earlier. Well, actually, it was yesterday night. We were going, just cruising about fourth gear at Talladega, and out of nowhere, his shit just clicked into third, and he doesn't use a stick shifter. So, all right, we got Tyler and Eric now fighting each other. Eric blinking, but Tyler holding a straight line. Sounds like Aiden got loose out of 4. So we got Gary back on track. You know, I'm starting to wonder, King, if there isn't oil on the track. I got smoke again. That must be from when Aiden went sliding. Patrick, you might need to talk to Gary for that because he runs VR. I don't. I'm the last person I would ask about running VR, to be honest. These two have kind of pulled away from the rest of the group. I have a feeling at this point this thing's going to run green for quite a bit of this race until somebody loops it or crashes. We'll see.
I was gonna say we've already had a couple guys loop it, so
yeah, I think we're gonna need a caution in front of somebody. Aiden bringing it down to pit road, I think, for some new tires. Yeah, he got a little bit of right front damage, but nothing major. Rob Call, you're gonna continue to be your leader. We'll go over here, make it easier to see the gap. He's got a 13-second lead over Tyler.
there's a
Oh,
caution.
JD crashed. Out of 4. He doesn't touch anything. So no damage to JD's machine, but I'm going to guess that it was definitely hot tires. Oh, and Tom saves it barely. I just seen that. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and catch the pace car. Let these guys regroup. Dude, you got to go look. Tom barely
saw that.
missed Ron.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, for a lot of people that watch the stream, you'll notice that my my trading paints was busted for most of the 24. For those that are interested, I wound up completely uninstalling trading paints using Revo to rip it off, and so I deleted all the file structure for it, all the app data for it, all the registry information for it, and after I did that and did a reinstall and a reboot, my trading paints is working and my CPU usage dropped, which is fascinating. So, if anybody's running into that issue, let me know and I will give you a walkthrough. It's not terribly hard to do. While these guys are on pit road, I'm going to step away for just a second here. right. Did Diesel stay out?
I do not know. I stepped away myself.
I've got him as the leader. Yeah, I got Diesel as the leader. I got Rob as second. And it looks like we got a Derek Sivers in the waiting room.
Oh.
Let's see what he's got to say. What's going on, Derek?
You know, I'm sitting here a little frazzled. I was fully expecting to be in the race tonight, and the universe had other plans. And by the universe, I mean I'm pretty sure he's on mushrooms or something. But I have an elderly neighbor. He's in his like early 80s. And you kind of have to picture kind of like the Nutty Professor. Just, he's an old, Bernie Sanders. Okay, he kind of looks a lot like Bernie Sanders, a little bit longer hair. And he does mushrooms and weed. And I have nothing against weed, but you know me. But this guy has gone to the grocery store because it's going to be 31 degrees.
And he's freaking out.
And he's freaking out. So he went out and bought some essentials tonight. And I don't know if it was the mushrooms or the edibles or whatever he took. It could have been a pill. But he locks his keys in the car.
Oh boy.
So you got to go rescue him.
I'm the only one that's answered the door.
Oh God.
It's 38 degrees. It's 38 degrees outside right now with the wind chill. It's not terrible, but down here in Florida, I can't leave an elderly man on the front porch.
Right.
So let me know if you got to interrupt me for the race.
Well,
but,
just 1 second. I got Rob Collier out front by 1.1 over Tyler Nichols in second. Then we've got Diesel, who didn't pit because I just seen the chat say it. So he's probably going to lay up, let these guys kind of ride on through. Ron St. Louis up to third already. And he's going to let the Gominator by. JD on the move as well. JD trying to get a lap back. Ooh, and he tucks it inside of Ron hardcore.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what that was about, but all right. So now that I got that going,
I'm trying to load into the session right now.
Okay.
I just sat down at the seat.
Well, be glad that it's 38, because like Scott's saying in my chat, it's let me open my phone and I will tell you how fucking cold it is.
Well, the fact that the man's like 82 means like I've got to I can't legally leave him out there.
Right.
I got
Well, it's not
I
even
could
just a legal thing; it's a moral thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And so, but here's the thing. I don't trust this man. And I'll say this because my wife and I have had many conversations about, we either think at some point in this guy's life, he's, with all due respect to your stream, I'm not going to get graphic, but we either think he's diddled a kid or he's buried a body somewhere.
Oh my God.
And he just gives off the vibes. I get
that kind of a creepy old man.
You get that creepy. Yeah. And so you have to understand, it's a Tuesday night. I'm getting ready to race. I've got my rig in place. Like I'm all set to go, and I get the knock on the door. And like my wife and I, we're not like any NRA people, but like I own guns and they're accessible. We don't have kids, so like now I'm like trying to like hide the guns and put them like I've got 2 loaded guns in my pocket because I'm just casually walking around the house putting away the stash. Because I don't trust this guy.
Right.
And he calls AAA, but he doesn't even know how to operate AAA, so he's got the card. I end up having to call for him. Oh my God, dude, you have no idea how bad I want to be. It's me, Charlotte's my forte.
Oh, it's a lot of people's, and it's funny because like we got into this session, which I everybody knows this. I set the session for this series, it's all forecasted off of when the actual race happens. It's not like fast car where I'll screw with things and make it hotter or cooler for you guys, whatever. Track temp, Dennis said, is 130 degrees.
I was just talking to him. Yeah, he unfortunately showed me the replay of his race ending.
And I don't understand why it's so hot, because like if I pull up the weather, it's 81 degrees. Why is the track temp 130 in May?
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense in Florida, but not Charlotte.
Right. Yeah, I got Ron up to 4th right now. Good run for him. Eric keeps kind of blinking in and out, so I got him in 5th at the moment, followed by Diesel. Are we a couple guys a lap down and I don't know it or something? Because it's showing Diesel on the same lap. It's weird. It's got JD on the lead lap, but it shows JD a lap down. So heck if I know. Rob Collier up by 4 seconds. Tyler Nichols closing the gap a little bit. Maybe he's just managing tires better on this second run. But he's not letting Rob necessarily walk the field. Oof. Got Tom and Ron just kind of chilling with each other. Running 3rd and 4th. That's the closest battle I got. JD lurking behind him. So we'll watch this for a little bit. Yeah, I was wondering where the heck you were, and I was like, that's weird. Maybe you had a gig tonight out of the blue or something.
No, I mean, trust me, I was all set to be in, and he's one of those guys where it's like a toddler.
Oh yeah.
And like he picks random shit up, like he'll like examine things. It's like, dude, can you not touch my stuff?
I don't need it to grow legs and walk off.
Well, that's like, I don't know this guy. Is he like, is it kleptomaniac or whatever that term?
So, yeah. So it's funny. I have some bar glasses in my house that the way that I acquired them, I didn't know I was going to acquire them, but somebody I know, and I won't say who because I don't want to embarrass the shit out of them, but walked out of a bar one night and all of a sudden there's 4 glasses in my truck. And I have a group of people with me in my truck. So I was like, how the hell do I have these glasses? And this person says, you just didn't even notice me sliding them right out of the way. Something happened to Gary. I'm not sure what. I think he
sounds like he just decided to go take care of some lawn work.
Oh, and
he's good at that. Doesn't he own a business?
Yeah.
On the side?
Oh, and he got pit road too. I think he almost got it right into his pit box. That's wild. Rob Collier,
you guys,
6 seconds though.
You guys enjoying the nice AC?
No, I have my heat set in my house to 68 degrees right now, and that's the highest I ever set it.
I'll just asking because the booth has got to have AC for the 130 degrees down there on the track.
Oh, so Dennis, walk us through what happened.
Well, going into one, I think Eric got a little too close to my rear end, got me loose, which not on him. This track is weird. Like, once the tires got warm, I came around, wasn't even pushing the car, and she got loose, and then all of a sudden she grabbed a spot of track that just had traction and just hooked towards the wall.
That's
like,
cute. Because it didn't
even
look
going
like
around
it was really that sideways when all of a sudden you were in the wall.
Yeah, and even just driving, you'll feel it. It'll like slide, and then you'll hit a spot that's got traction. It'll catch, so you'll be able to just work the wheel. You'll just have to find the spots where it's got grip.
Right.
And with the rear tires hot, I was just trying to baby it, just trying to get them underneath me again. And all of a sudden, it caught one of the spots, and then the front end grabbed, and it just pulled me right to the wall.
Look at Ron going the inside of the Gominator.
It's what we're watching right now. JD just sitting behind him, waiting for him to kind of do whatever they're going to do, which probably is helping JD save some tires. So if we get a caution, he can get his lucky dog. But and it's funny because as Dennis was talking about working the wheel, I'm watching Tom, and you could see the car wiggling through the corner. Like it wants to rotate, but then it doesn't, but then it does, but then it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I was fighting. Was the car would get in the corner, you'd have to fight it to the right just a little bit until you found the spot where it liked to set.
Yep.
And then turn back into it, and then it'd slide on you again. And it was
so
just
damn weird. Ooh, Tom
Yeah.
just kind of shot up the track in the tri-oval there. Yeah, we've seen JD get loose a couple of times. I'm presuming from the same thing that you experienced, Dennis. And yeah, it's just like I said. I don't know why it's as hot as it is.
That would be, and you all know me. That's my type of race.
Dude, the ultimate tire saver right here.
I save tires for the race after the race.
But see, this is the kind of thing where you kind of go back to that Rockingham Kyle Petty line. Slow it way up, put it right down on the line, and let it roll. All right, King, we'll catch you later, bud.
Kevin Harvick made a living doing that.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at how... Wasn't it his first... Oh, Tom's around!
He's got it.
He caught her.
And he keeps it off the wall and keeps it off the pits. Might have to clear a black flag there, but...
I thought he missed it.
He did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Good save.
I was going to say, it's too early for another caution. So, Ron's sitting P3. Got JD behind him. Rolling pretty clean, though. You can definitely see the smoke from when Tom went through. Now, the question is who's going to be the next sucker to spin?
me when I get back out on track.
That sounds about right.
I still got 25 minutes, 26 minutes.
You know what? I just realized I can test drive. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can jump in with him.
I'm gonna jump in and test out the track conditions.
Have fun.
I bet it's slicker than shit. I think if JD hangs right there behind Ron, we got another spinner? Or is it still the smoke from Tom?
Nope, that was Tyler.
Oh,
my
wow.
God. So Ron's now up to second. Your biggest gainer of the race, up 10 right now. But Ron just slow and steady working the wheel. At least he's able to race because his pedals actually broke.
Yeah.
The weekend of the 24. So luckily you don't need brakes for Charlotte too much.
No.
So I'm gonna keep this thing a rolling green. Right now I know JD's hoping for that mystical caution. Try to get these guys back in it. Go back up front. Check out your leader. Rob Collier going to continue to lead. You know, I just thought about something. With Diesel not pitting, if he's been taking it easy and he's got an extra set for late in the race, it may pay off.
Yeah. Ron's loose. Oh, what a save.
He just get loose off of two. Ooh! Good God, Ron. Easy on the gas.
Tires gonna be hot.
Oh yeah.
Hotter than what they normally are.
So it's gonna put. I gotta go off of JD. That's gonna put Eric Cap up to second, right behind JD. JD just needs one more car to get to drive his lap back. So Rob, your leader, up by about 14 seconds over Eric Cap. I don't know if Eric's got enough tire to pull him in, but
Tyler's
Ron,
hurt.
It's just in from the crew chief of the 32 car. His car is very neutral.
very neutral.
Very neutral.
I see Ron slowly coming back on JD and Eric. I think if he can manage, I think he can get back to him and not really kill his tires too bad. Go back to the ticker. Gives us a little bit more view.
I don't know if AJ you can hear the chat,
I barely can. I can't make it out totally.
but Tom called his setup a swing and a miss, and Tyler responded with, "Yeah, do you remember the bird? Or do you remember Randy Johnson and the bird? My car's the bird."
No, I usually turn down the in-game chat so you guys you can have your own conversations and it won't get me canceled in seconds.
I get it.
Oh man. But I just got word from Robin. She's running Mooncar, and apparently there's somebody in Mooncar running my paint. So hopefully he wins.
All right.
They're running 87s in Mooncar tonight. I'm kind of bummed about that.
Hey. Tom's loose. Oh,
Got it, but Jesus, the teammates about kill each other.
yeah.
That's a hell of a way to end your race.
Oh,
Huh?
Diesel just about grazed the wall.
Well, he's on old tires. He hasn't put tires on yet.
He started drifting. He made a hell of a save.
Well, he's got Rob right behind him, and I know JD didn't want to see that. He'd like to see a caution before Diesel goes a lap down here.
So I've done about 10 laps, and I can confirm the rear tires are warm.
What do the tires look like after 10 laps? Oh, I got Tom off track. He's down.
Oh.
Tom, you're not Gary. Oh, shit, he's sideways. He saved it again. We got Rob trying to get underneath Diesel here. Put him a lap down.
I was at 96, but the rears were 260 something degrees.
Jesus. That's
Tom's
a bit
gonna
on the
put Diesel Weasel a lap down.
Yep.
That's when the rubber gets a little moist.
Yeah.
She's in the car.
Oh, where we got Eric at? We got Eric and JD coming out of 4. We're just going to focus on JD because it's a little bit easier with Eric's blinking problems. JD riding pretty solidly. Let's go back to... We got Ron in 3rd all alone. Just hanging out. Ron, you should change your banner thing. It's not Robin's birthday anymore. Tyler Nichols hanging out in 4th. We gotta get this car off this driver thing for a second. His poster on his picture says "Will tow for food," and he goes around. Oh! Oh, is he gonna? He locks it down. Good Lord. That's what I get for talking about him. So I got Diesel Weasel 5th. I have a feeling that will change very rapidly as Tyler's just headed into 1 and 2. Tom Gom 6th. JD McHaley 7th. And then Eric Cap obviously 2nd place. So yeah, that's really annoying. You tell Diesel I can hear every word he says. Uh-oh, Tyler crashed. Oh, good Lord, he lazy spins. I don't know if that's going to bring her... Nope, we're going to stay green.
We are going to stay green.
Man,
Tom's going around.
Oh, shit.
He's going to lock it down. I mean, I'm half tempted to throw a caution at this point. All these single car spins.
The problem is they're down below the line.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we've only got 3 on the lead lap right now. Rob's going to be your leader still.
Oh, there's your caution.
Who was the caution? Gary?
I'm not sure.
It looks like it's Gary.
It was Gary.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he knocked the front end just out of alignment on that one. So there's your caution.
Looks like we lost Tyler as well.
I still got Tyler on the track.
Oh, he's disconnected.
Still got Tom. I'm not sure why iRacing put the track as hot as it did. Unless the setup was just that out of sorts.
I will say, when I was making my setup, no matter what I threw at it, I could not get this thing underneath me.
I'm looking. Tyler spins. He self spins, goes down to the bottom, doesn't hit anything.
Yeah, he brought it down pit road, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe his neighbor came over.
Diesel's gonna be your lucky dog here. JD gonna try for the wave around, which would put him back on the lead lap. If he saved tire like I kind of think he might have, he should be all right. As long as this should be a 3rd or 4th caution dig. We'll hide this.
Let's see
show
here.
the
1,
4th
2,
caution. I got 4.
3, 4 indeed.
Yep. Just about halfway. We're about 25 laps from it. I mean, really, if you can get away with some good tire management and focus on not running hot laps, that's literally the key right now. So
Yeah.
Remind JD if it doesn't give it to him at the line to take his wave around.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I wanted to pop in and share the crazy story.
Dude, that's funny. Sorry, bud.
No, I have no words.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, me too, bud. Derek Sivers, everybody. Oh, it appears that my my bot for my server is actually working correctly. I got it set up to where it'll show like different TikTok things if I posted and whatnot.
Nice.
And it wasn't working when I first added it, and now it's starting to work. So Yeah, Scott, I'm starting to think that the hot temps might have scared him off a bit. So, it is what it is, I guess. But I do believe Gabriel and Dennis are going to try and get back out there and run some laps. So,
I still got about 15 minutes.
I figured. But hey, running some laps, you might pick up some positions.
That's the goal.
Just, you know, keep her steady.
I got about
right.
4 positions I could possibly gain.
There you go. Rob Collier going to take this thing green again. We'll go back here. JD going to bum rush up through the middle. That was a power move. I think he's looking to just try to get as close to the front as he can and pray for another caution to get another set of tires.
I'll say, yeah, he's just got to manage the ones on him since he wasn't able to get freshies.
Yeah.
Here comes Ron on fresh tires.
Yep. And then you're going to have Gabriel underneath him. Gabriel's 65 laps down, so he's just looking to gain some experience and ride right now. So you got Ron in third, Eric Kapp out in front of him in second. If I was JD, I'd just kind of cruise and pray for a little bit of a caution here. But you got to remember, Dick, he didn't take tires, so I'm not surprised. Oh, Ron around Eric, like in the snap of a finger. There he goes.
Yeah,
So now
Eric's falling off.
I see that. As far as I'm aware, Eric pitted. And I think JD's not far off of him.
Diesel said his right rear was at 46% after 75 laps.
That's bad. Tyler's texted me after dipping out. He said he couldn't hold on to it anymore. He said it feels like there's an elephant sitting on the nose and the ass of the cars in the air.
Yeah. I can attest to that.
That's rough. That is rough. So I think this one's going to shake up the points pretty good.
Yeah.
JD's still hanging in there, about 9 seconds back from your leader. Ron at about 5.8 right now. And then I've got Diesel back here in 5th, and he said he went 65 laps on a set of tires.
Yeah, 75. That was his first set, so he saved a set for later on.
Might be a smart play, quite honestly. And we know JD saved a set because he didn't pit this last time. So,
well, that all depends on how this yellow falls, because if he gets one soon, he won't really be saving a set, because it's about every 40 laps is what you're allotted for.
Yeah. I got
if you
Tom on pit rotor. Is Tom out?
Tom is out.
Okay.
He was in the same boat as Tyler. Like, he got to the point where he couldn't make 2 laps without spinning it.
Well, I knew they were running the same setup. So, go back here, see where JD's at. It's fallen off a little bit from Eric. Not terribly, though. Check our last lap times. JD about a half a second off pace right now on the old tires, but I think as long as he hangs on to it, manages, I think he'd be all right. At least I'm hoping. Rob Collier going to continue to lead. Out to a 7-second gap. Kind of wonder if he's running in an adjusted Coke 600 set.
The only thing I didn't try, which I probably should have, was to hillbilly the track bar to tighten it up.
See, that usually lets it do weird things. Like, it almost lets the ass end walk too far around, so you would think it would over-rotate it. I don't know. I mean, it could work. Ooh, Ron and Gabriel getting a little loose out of 2.
Yep.
Continuing to roll, though. So Ron up 10. I hate to say this, but for my pick to win, I've got to have, or my secondary, I guess. You got to have one more guy loop it.
Gabriel's really firing into the turns on entry.
Well, I mean, this is the first time he's really got to test it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't make it very far before the rear end did what it did, which is kind of strange. And like I said,
Yeah, especially since he was off throttle going into the corner under caution.
Well, he said the rear end locked up, is what it felt like. Which
Weird.
tells me that it, like, downshifted funky.
Yeah.
And like I said, Nick ran into that Monday night. We went and did the last Dega race of the Gen 4s. We were just cruising at the back of the field, and all of a sudden he goes, my motor just blew. I said, what? He goes, the RPM spiked for a split second, and then boom, the motor went.
Huh.
So he went into the replay and checked it that way. And when you check it that way and have the advanced panel up, he said it shows a shift from 4th to 3rd to 4th. I said, well, you got your H pattern hooked up. He said, not in this car. I use paddles in this car. I said, you didn't have your hands on the paddles? He goes, no. So he was going to send it into iRacing to see what they'd say about it.
Yeah.
So, but let's go back here. We got Eric Cap in 3rd. He's about 5 seconds or so back from Ron. We got Diesel, who's about another 5 seconds back. And we got JD, just riding, just riding. He's about 2 seconds off of Rob's pace right now on those older tires. But even if he hangs on and pulls a 5th out of this, it's still pretty decent on the points. Because we did have a shakeup after Martinsville. Eric Cap shot to the points lead.
That happened.
Well, our points leader didn't show up, and then we had a few guys wreck out that I wasn't expecting to wreck out, and we were a little light on cars last week. So it happens. Because last week they had the Dale Jr. charity race.
Right.
So, which I come to find out, somebody told me it was $400 a team to run.
Yeah, it's a little on the expensive side.
Well, and like, okay, if it's 4 guys, that's $100 a piece. Like, that's a bit pricey to me.
Yeah. A little bit.
I'm all about doing things for charity, but at the same time, I got to do what's right for my pocketbook too. But, take a look at our gap. Dude, Rob's got that setup firing on all cylinders.
He does.
Like that thing, I haven't seen that car twitch once, I don't think.
We got, what, 5 cars out on track? 6 cars out on track?
6. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 cars on track right now. Yeah. Which is kind of disappointing because, like I said, I think if it wouldn't have been as hot, but this is what the iRacing forecast gave me.
Yeah.
Which sucks. I guess next time I'll just make sure it's a night race for Charlotte. But I think to do that, I've got to run New Charlotte. I don't think you run Legacy Charlotte at night.
That I don't know.
Well, I don't see any light poles. So unless you see some light poles, I don't. Which realistically, if we went to New Charlotte, because it's just a repave, it would be like running Charlotte prior to or right after the repave that this scan would have been made out of back in the 80s. So it'd be a little bit smoother, a little bit more grip. Might make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and then the only really big difference between the two is pit wall.
Yeah, that's about it. So,
other than that, the track doesn't drive any different.
Right.
New Charlotte still tears up tires just like old Charlotte.
Oh yeah. Let's go with a couple of different angles here. On board with diesel off the roll bar. God, that's a weird look, isn't it? I wonder if we can go cockpit. See if we can't catch how much he's working that wheel. Very little right now. What about JD? How much is he working the wheel? And he's trying to put very little input into this car. Go off the gyro view for a little bit here. You see how little wheel he's actually putting into it, which is a good thing. Trying to save as much tire as he can. So he can't run down the weasel. I think he is starting to run diesel down. Yeah, diesel's times are starting to fall. JD's actually been pretty consistent at a 36. He actually dropped from a 36.8 down to a 36.4. And everybody else is kind of coming back to him, except for Rob.
Oh, so this is one of JD's favorite tracks.
Oh, I know. The last time I was here and raced against him, the bastard just walked me. He's starting to run that high lane, and I'm kind of wondering if that's not a good play, because at least it's out of the heat. So... Oh... Good Lord. Talk about being tired.
Yeah.
Do you still feel shitty from running the 24?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
8 out.
I am,
no, without a doubt.
With me having both rain stints, I am still mentally fatigued from...
Well, see, what I found with rain is, yes, you have the mental fatigue that you already are going to have from the 24. But because you're trying to minimize the amount of movement out of the wheel, your whole body's tense, and so it just wears you down that much more.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, how is this going to be a late race? We're halfway through. Scott, I've gotten one win here, and it was Korn's hosted league that I've won here. Oh, JD just dipped down into the 35s.
Hmm.
See what Rob ran that time. Rob at a 35.5. I wonder if JD just kind of saved enough tire. Because he's running faster than Diesel. He's faster than Ron right now. We get the Chrome Toaster rejoining the track.
We'll see how it goes.
We started at was it 9:10? I think is when we started racing. So
I think so.
we're close to it. We're making decent time. It's not going to be as quick as say Martinsville was. Martinsville's always pretty quick because it's literally the shortest track, but JD down with a 35.7 that time, Diesel at a 37.50. I think we're going to see a battle here pretty soon between JD and the Weasel. Go ahead and get that off screen. No, Tyler, I open practice at 8:30 for this, so... Yeah, you know it's bad when I'm sitting in the basement and I've got the heat running. It's 68, which is insanely hot for my house, and my feet are frozen.
Well, I checked the weather, and tonight we're supposed to get down to -20.
-20 actual or -20 wind chill?
Actual.
Ugh! That sounds effing miserable.
Yeah.
Like, none of that sounds pleasant.
No, it doesn't.
Ugh. Check out our splits here. I think JD's still running 0.3 faster the last time around. See how close he gets to Diesel this time. Yeah, JD's still 0.3 a lap faster. The nice thing is JD is now almost balanced out to where he's almost as fast as Rob. So if JD's saved and it swings back the other way, JD might be able to start pulling away from Rob here a little bit and see if he can't start making up some time. Oh, and then Rob throws it down to a 35.7 that time. I think I'm speaking too soon here. But JD's still 0.1 or almost 0.2 faster than Rob. And what's really weird is everybody's kind of dropping down into the 35s. It's almost like the track temp's going up and down again. Track temp down to 125. So yeah, I'm not surprised to see some faster lap times. JD
Yeah,
definitely
125. A nice cool 125.
Yeah, a nice cool 125. But JD's going to start picking up on Diesel here. You see him getting bigger in the windshield. Back to TV2. Let's see what it was this time around. JD faster by about 0.2 again. Man, he is chipping away at Diesel. He's a 34.8 that time to Rob's 35.6. So Rob's still pulling JD in, but not the way that he was. Oh, Diesel's loose. JD's trying to miss him, and he does. No caution. And then JD taps the inside wall. 2-car spin, and iRacing didn't throw a caution? You gotta be kidding. Although at this point, it might give JD the time he needs to take a set of tires, really start setting some fast laps. It might work out for him. I think that was a bit ridiculous that it didn't throw it, but they were down below the line.
Yeah, I mean, like, did we throw the caution to make up for it, or?
I think at this point you just got to let it roll.
That's ridiculous.
Well, because JD checked up to Miss Diesel.
Right.
I mean, Diesel wasn't 90 to the track, so maybe that's why I didn't throw it, but I've never had Charlotte do that before.
Neither have I.
Not this much. Let's check this. So JD's 2 laps down, but he is on fresh tires, so theoretically he should be quite a bit faster than everybody right now. I got Diesel on pit road as well. Eric went around Ron. I don't know how the hell I missed that.
I think he's been around Ron for a while now.
It just picked it up on my screen.
Weird.
So JD's gonna get out in front of Rob, stay 2 laps, or 2 laps down right now. I like what Diggs said. We're gonna need to have a car ejected over the wall to wind up getting a caution at this point. Like, good lord.
Ejected over the wall into the grandstands.
Something. Dude, JD throwing down some heaters now that he's got fresh tires. Got a little bit of damage to the nose of that car, but nothing that should really affect him. Although it does kind of look like a shovel out front. Oh, yeah. JD just threw down a 34.5.
Jeez.
He's just got to make sure he doesn't overdrive it being mad.
Yep. Just steadily pick. I mean, he was probably going to wind up having to come in for tires anyways at some point, and I'm kind of wondering if, because he didn't get a caution, it kind of did what it did there. So last lap, 34.03. He almost dipped into the 33s. And Eric Cap threw down a 34.92. I got Diesel at a 34.9. What's our track temp showing? We're down to 122 on the track temp. JD at a 34.1. Dennis, how many laps of fuel are these cars getting?
Too many. About 75.
Okay, so he'll have to pit one more time. He
I just don't
make the end.
No, he won't make the end. It's just will tires hold up for them 75 laps?
Hell,
Right.
even if you go 50 and then put another set on. $34.7. Rob's not far back. He's running a 35.4 that time. So he continues to manage his tires and lead. We got Eric Cap sitting here in second. He's going to go by our in-booth race reporter, Dennis, here in just a second, I do believe. And we got Ron back here in third, not far off of these guys. Yeah, this is the first nice green flag run we've had, but minimal cars on track at this point. Got Gabriel Griffin on pit road. I'm going to guess he's headed to get tires.
Yeah, he's been out for a minute.
Yep. When he came out, I think at that last caution, and I think at this point just using it to learn and figure out the car and figure out what he needs to do to get the thing moving forward.
Yeah.
So, and this is a tough situation to learn on anyways, especially with the track being hot. Things are just kind of unpredictable. So JD consistently setting fast lap times right now. 34.7 that time by for JD. So he is pulling on Rob. Ooh, Rob getting a little loose for the first time that I've seen. He come off a 4, that sucker wiggled and shot for the infield. Bar J, if you look down in the description, you'll find a link to my Discord. I can get you into the Discord, and then I can work on getting you into the series. We've got about 4 races left for the season, and then we'll be done, and then I fire this back up again in October, kind of like a filler between the end of the NIS series to the start of the WNIS, and it gives you a good chance to get your setups around before we get into the WNIS for the 87s. So if you're interested, like I said, you'll find my Discord link down below. Rob gonna be your leader still, 120 laps in. JD's still throwing 34s down. Like, I'm kind of wondering. Now track temp's back up to 126. I'm kind of wondering if the slightly cooler track temp, if all of a sudden he's able to start reeling off some good laps. Because even Diesel's at a 34.9 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob's back down to a 36 at this point. So I'm kind of wondering if he's going to try to get this thing to about 125 to go, maybe a green flag stop, and ship it the whole way, maybe 130. Let's go back, check the gap here. About 10 seconds back to Eric Cap, so he's closed it in 4 seconds. What was Eric's last lap? He's about 4/10 faster than Rob. So I think as long as he can balance and not let Rob get too far away or pull him in too fast, Eric might have something for Rob down the stretch here. Yeah, because Eric's just coming off of 4. Rob's just going into 1. He's almost got him under under 10 seconds, and he does now. We got Ron in 3rd. Check last lap times for everybody. JD's still throwing down 34.9s. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive because he pitted, what, almost 15, 20 laps ago, and he's still hanging on at that speed? Yeah, so JD's sitting 4th. Dennis just picked up a position, got around Aiden.
Yay.
It's just weird to me that the second half of the race, I'm seeing less of the sliding. And I can't imagine 5 degrees of track temp makes that much of a difference.
Right.
Or at least you wouldn't think.
Well, I think everyone's backing it off a lot more than they did the first half, too.
Oh, probably. But you don't, like, even JD had his moments where the car would just get crazy loose. And now I'm not seeing that at all. So. And JD's put a half a lap distance between him and Rob at this point. He's all over the back of Ron. Ugh. Ooh, JD close to the backside of Ron. JD says, I'm in a hurry. Although if he gets to slow up a little bit and let him cool the tires back off.
Yeah.
Although JD's looking like he wants to go around. Ron's going to drop it to the bottom, I think, and let him go. Yep, JD out on the high side. Ron down low. JD clears him. He's gone. JD with a 3560 last time. Good God. Back to your leader. Mr. Collier continuing to lead. 3582. Yeah, Gary, it looked like you, it didn't look like you hit him that hard, but I'm still, like I said, I'm still baffled about the track temp and everything. Just, I'm not sure why it's this hot. So, JD back down into the 34s last time by. If he drives it back from 2 laps down, holy shit.
Right?
Still running clean, though. Let's check our gaps, see what we got. So, Eric has Rob down to about 7.1. Like I said, at one point they were about 14 seconds back. So either Rob's backing it down on purpose or Eric just saved that good because now he's under 7 seconds. About 6.95 back to Eric. Oof, that's rough, Gary. Dennis, you're up to 9th.
I'm slowly chipping. And I'm around. Track temp must be getting higher.
It's 121. Actually dropped. We're starting to go partly cloudy instead of full sunny. We're down to 120 now.
Oh, that might have been why my car felt weird. When I took the damage, instead of putting all 4s on it, only 3 right sides on it.
Oh! Well, that's fun.
Now that I got some wear on them, now I know why I'm so darn loose.
I'll take 4 tires and go back out.
Yeah. I mean, I was only in pits for 45 minutes. I didn't even pull a windshield tear off, so I shouldn't have expected any different.
You're fire that pit crew. All right. JD down to a 35.5. See how long the tires last. Eric Cap has Rob Collier to 5.3. Rob in the wall!
Oh, my.
That's uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it is.
And Eric is closing like a madman. He's down to 3.7. Now, that's definitely good news for everybody behind Rob. I think JD's now down to less than a half a lap down to Rob, so it puts about a lap and a half down currently. Check our last lap times. Yeah, so Rob's still about 6/10 slower Eric Cap that last time by. Let's go off the gearbox. You can start to see Eric Cap back there getting ever so closer. 35.4 for Rob last time. 34.1 for Eric. Oh, Gabriel Griffin around. Oh, she's got hot. Did the smart thing, locked it down? Why did JD spin?
It looks like he spun trying to avoid.
Oh, no. All right. Well, does he stay out? I mean, I know he's got fresher tires. Maybe take a set here and see if he can't outrun Rob. I don't know. It's a tough call. I think I would take a set, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, as hot as this track is, absolutely.
Well, and especially with as well as he was running there, I think if I took a set of tires, he's going to stay out and take the wave around. Or actually, that gave him the lucky dog because Diesel pitted. So that's why it gave JD the lucky dog. Diesel pitted, so it defaults to the next car. It gave JD the lucky dog.
Weird.
So now he'll pit, probably come in for a set of tires, fuel, and let this sucker rip. Because now he's only one lap down. So as long as he can get on pit road, get off pit road, and get back out before going another lap down, he should be good. Let's go to Eric Cap. So I've got, it looks like 2 behind the pace car. So Dennis and Gabriel, if they don't get it, they get a wave around here. Looking to see if JD's going to get off pit road. Hopefully he does here quickly. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. He's down. Does he make it out? He does. He makes it out. So JD's going to be safe. Let's go. We'll have to see how this is going to play out. So you got Eric Cap's going to be your new leader on this restart. Rob Collier second. Ron St. Louis third. JD McHaley fourth. And Diesel Weasel going to be fifth. Gabriel Griffin climbing to seventh. He's around Tyler Nichols after completing more laps. Tyler, you're not the only one that wants to protest Mother Nature right now. Hopefully Eric can stay steady while we get ready to go back green. We got a few catching the field still, so...
I'm probably going to need a black clear.
Yeah, just go ahead and clear it if it doesn't straighten out. All right, Eric Cap going to get this thing rolling. Rob Collier second. Ron St. Louis third. We got Diesel Weasel in the mix there too, sitting about 2 laps down. He's in fifth. We'll go ahead and watch this battle for the lead. Rob going to go to the inside. They're side by side down into 3. Oop, Eric blinks for a second. Rob's going to go right underneath him. See if maybe Eric's going to watch and see if he can't learn something for a little bit. Rob going to pull out to a decent lead already. About a second maybe. Check our gap. And about a half second. Eric keeps blinking a little bit though.
He's been blinking all race.
Yeah. Diesel gonna go underneath him too. I think Eric's going to tire and fuel save mode already. See if he can't save something for a little bit later in the run.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that. Yeah, because I see Ron already coming to Eric as well. Oh God, he blinked out for a hot second there. Yep, Ron gonna go right around the bottom side of Eric. I think, like I said, I think Eric's tire saving a little bit here. Check on our 4th place car. JD gonna get around Gabriel Griffin. Ooh, getting a little loose on entry there. About middle of the corner. Let's see what our track temp looks like. We're down to 119, so it should be getting a little bit better for him. Go watch Ron. He's pulled away from Eric. Check the gap. Rob up to about a 1.9 2-second lead over Ron. But I think as long as these guys can save some tire, we got about 58 laps to go. It might work itself out. What's that?
I said, "Oh, is that all?"
About 58. So check out our last lap times. JD with a 34.9, Rob with a 33.9. I don't know if that's just because he was getting a little funky loose or what. But Ron going to continue to run second here. Rob Collier, your leader. Ran a 34.2 last time around. I wonder if I got I do. You can chase him around this way for a second. Lap around. All right, Rob with a 34.0 last time. Anybody close? Not really. Ron actually with a 34.3. Diesel with a 34.3 as well. So Ron on the outside of Diesel. Diesel gonna hug that white line. Ron gonna bring it across. Still flying. Ron about a second off of Rob's lap time that time by. JD spinning it up a little bit, running a 34.8. Check our gap. Let's go off of Ron's gyro cam. Ride with the Pontiac for a minute. He's in the Pontiac. Yeah, he's in the Pontiac. Go ahead. Hide that. Show that. I'd love to get behind the wheel of one of these cars just for a day. Just cause.
Right.
Dude, Ron's actually doing pretty decent. He's cooking along, not really letting Rob walk away from him. Ooh, Dennis up to 7th.
Yay!
Yay!
It's the highest I'll get.
Yeah, we got the chrome toaster sitting in 7th. I like the look of that car.
Paint I made a while ago. I thought I'd bring it back out.
Let's check out a rear chase on that. Yeah, I like it. I like how the camo's got like a weird soft edge to it. So it definitely gives you that vibe of camo. Or how it's supposed to look anyways. The other one that I wanted to check out since we're just cruising around here right now. We're gonna go rear chase. Diesel's been making these meme paints. And they're kind of neat. It's obviously based off the Ted Musgrave car. I like it. It's different. He does put these on Trading Paints if anybody's looking for a funny paint scheme to run for their 87. So he's got a whole host of them, from the Kellogg's cereal one to the SDP oil one. There's a whole bunch of them. All right. Rob Collier continuing to lead. Check our last lap times. Man.
AJ, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Check as we go by. Rob's going to run a 34.5. Ron, it looks like with a 35.0. It's about a half second off the mark. So Rob's just in a commanding lead here right now. Ron getting hounded by Diesel still. I think that's our closest battle on track, really. Actually, it looks like JD might have slipped up a little bit and let Gabriel by. I'm not really sure. Gabriel put in actually a 34.7 last time around. So finding some speed somewhere in that car. Actually, everybody's starting to dip into the 34s, it looks like. Track temp down to 118, so that's good. JD going to be a 35 flat almost. Ron continuing to be hounded by the Weasel. I'll go off of Diesel's gyro cam for a little bit here. On board with him. Hey Diesel, I think your fuel pressure looks good. Oil pressure too, water temp, not bad. All right, you're good, buddy. Oh. Yeah, GD about a half lap down to Rob right now. Needs a caution sooner rather than later. Probably about lap 160 to 170 would almost be perfect. Let him get caught up a little bit. Still not a bad running though for a spin early on and going 2 laps down. 4th place is nothing to scoff at, especially on a hot track like this. Rob Collier continuing to set pace, 34.7 last time by. Everybody else in the 35s. That man has something definitely figured out. There's no lie about that one. You know, the way that this thing's set, you'd swear to God you're at a moon car race as hot as it is.
No, I know. But it's not Talladega.
No, it's not Talladega. The bad part is because it's not Talladega, there's not enough banking to really get you to turn. Track temp's back up to about 122 because the sun's coming back out.
Yeah, which isn't helping with the track temp bouncing around.
I don't think I've ever seen it move this much. And it's definitely affecting because I'm watching Rob's lap times go up and down with the temperature. Like it's kind of astonishing how much it's moving.
Well, if it means anything on how hot the track is and everything, I've had the brake bias set at 58 max since the start.
God.
And that's just to try to help the front end turn. If I drop it any lower, the rear end tries to chase it even farther, and it already does.
Did you try adjusting the ballast on the car?
I've thrown everything and anything into this thing.
That's so weird to me. Because even the fixed setup doesn't get that weird. You know what I mean?
I tried the fixed setup, and it was...
Tell me it's a plow and dump truck.
It was even loose.
Jesus. I got JD down to a 38 that time. Wonder if he got a little loose in the corner. Which almost kind of tells me that his
Speaking of loose.
Oh, shit. Did you lose it, Dennis?
Spun off a 4. Yep.
Spun off a 4. Spun off a 4.
God.
Oh, no.
Bless it.
Did JD hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Well, it looks like JD was able to take us straight down pit road. Oh, man. Well, 40 laps to go. Alright, and as I suspected, some guys bringing it down pit road. Diesel should get the wave around here. Air cap gonna stay out. Wonder if he used all of his tires? Oh, sure. I'm gonna step away for just a second here. Alright. Oh, track temp's climbing even higher. Lovely.
Yeah. That was weird. Watching JD back, he aims it low, and then the car just snapped.
I honestly think it's because of the damn heat. Because of the fact that the temperature is where it's at, I think it's taken everything that we know and thrown it out the window.
If you watch his if you don't even look at his in-car, just watch his outside the car. He aims it low to miss me, and then it just snapped. For no reason, just snapped. See, and of course, it snaps him right into me.
Well, and to me, it seems that there's something wrong with the tire model with this car a little bit. or the physics model, or whatever you want to call it. For it to snap like that, kind of weird.
I just don't think that the tire model in this car knows what to do with anything over 120. Like 110, 115, the car is still underneath you enough, you can still drive it, but once you climb up to that 120, 125 mark,
it's almost like it scrambles everything.
Like I said earlier, it would slide and then catch, then slide and then catch. It's like the tire doesn't know what it wants to do.
Rob gonna take the lead right back.
I'll say those fresh tires don't shock me.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if Eric's trying to save a set for the end in case he needs them, but with 5 cars on track, I don't know if it's gonna make that much of a difference at this point.
Yeah.
Ron all over the back of Eric. Eric blinking out there for just a second. He's going to go right on around Eric.
Yeah, and you can even watch Ron's car dance on entry.
Yeah, I'm noticing that again, too. Like I said, before we didn't see that, now we're seeing it again. And I saw JD dance on fresh tires in the middle of the corner. So
yeah.
I'm very confused. Yeah, track temp's 124 right now.
I'll say, Dig, it isn't even the fact that you counter steer. Like, you can hold the wheel to the left and not even move it, and it'll just find a spot and grab. It's weird.
Well, and I hate to, I don't want to say like dumb down the weather, but it almost feels like at times you need to, because otherwise you wind up with stuff that just doesn't work. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a good answer.
Like, I won't lie, I probably spent 2 hours earlier throwing anything and everything I could at this to try to tighten it up, and I couldn't find even a good balance.
Well, and what's wild is I think the last time we were here, when JD walked us all, it was more of a late afternoon race. And
I think so.
I think it was still set for the same date, because I didn't change anything in that aspect. But it was a good race. Thing went green wire to wire. This thing, I don't even know. I don't think I've seen this many spins even in a fixed series. So I just don't know. And then the lack of cautions. So you spun in almost the exact same spot that Diesel and JD did early in the race. Granted, you were up above the line, and it seemed to have thrown it right away. They were down below the line or very close to it, no caution whatsoever. We've seen spins on the backstretch, no caution. It baffles me.
Yeah, I've never seen, and all the guys that raced in this today know this car and can drive it through anything, and the fact that we are having Tom, Tyler, JD, me, almost everyone.
Right.
Just, I mean, we've even watched Rob hit the wall.
Right.
Like, it's so out of the norm.
Yeah, like Dig said, you almost got to drive this thing like you got an egg under the gas pedal.
And
right now,
that was right when it snapped on me there. Like, I wasn't even, I had not set a lap under 35.5. I was not pushing it at all. All I was out there was to turn laps to get positioned. And it still, in the middle of the corner, without warning, just
snapped for no reason.
Like I said, the rear end just pushed around the front end. which is weird because I went through my cheat sheet and it said take all the forward ballast out of it to
Right.
tighten it up. And I got like 2% forward ballast in this thing.
Was
And
the
it's
front plowing
still
at all?
no.
Huh.
That's what I mean. It was weird.
I mean, the only other thing I could think to say is take some spring out of it in the back, but
And I tried that. I went as far as I could before it failed
Through a
me
ride
for
height
crossweight.
yeah.
And I don't know. It's
Well,
so
if
weird.
If you look at Rob's car, you could definitely tell the ass is sitting higher than the front.
Yep.
And he looks planted. So I'm very
Your mama.
curious to know what happened or what he did.
What happened?
We're just talking setups because Dennis lost it coming off a 4. JD tried to slow down to miss him, and JD's fine, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere the car just fucking snapped, and he hit the wall.
This just happened.
About 10 laps ago. So, it's just very, very strange. So, yeah, if you look at the last caution, that's where you'll see it. So, Rob going to continue to lead. I got Ron in second, all alone. Yeah, Eric back here in third, and then Diesel's a lap down to them in fourth. We got JD sitting down there on pit road. Looks like that left front's still busted. You see the car leaning over right now. So
That is almost identical to what happened to
Gary
Gabriel.
To Gabriel?
Yeah, where it just snapped around for no reason.
Yeah, because I even talked to him after it happened. He's like, I was checking up for the pace truck, and then all of a sudden it just hooked right on me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really odd.
And that's
really
what,
odd.
yeah.
I don't know. One, especially the fact that Gabriel said that it felt like the rear end locked up. Were his exact words.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is indicative of a quick downshift upshift.
Yeah.
Because it would downshift spike the RPM, and when you upshift, it would shoot for the wall.
Yeah. I mean, what I see there, and I'm going to pull something up here so I can go back and look at it now that you bring that up. Like, he's just going along, and the next thing you know, it starts getting loose. And so he tries to correct it, and it just snaps under him. Just immediately snaps under correction.
We were kind of discussing this. Is it the tire model for this car is broken when the track gets over 120 degrees? I mean, it's something to consider. Obviously, we're looking at our leader, Rob. He looks pretty planted, but even late in the run, he starts walking. Which is interesting. We're back up to 125 freaking degrees. Rob up 5.5 over Ron St. Louis. 10 back to Eric Cap, 22 to go.
I got no explanation for it.
I don't either. I don't know. Dig, more than likely, you're probably right. Because I mean, Rob's a smooth driver. Every time I've ever raced against him, he's a tough guy to beat. Let's.
I was say the handful of times I've raced him, he's definitely tough.
I'm on board with him right now. if I can't hear what he's doing.
So you can tell by his speed.
Yeah, he doesn't get back into it until he's in the middle of 4 almost. So he's definitely letting it roll. So 20 to go. I want to check something. So here's something interesting. Eric Cap didn't take tires that last run. He is setting 34.9s right now. Ron's at a 35.5 and your leader's at a 35.18. The question is I don't think he's got enough time to pull in 10 seconds plus.
He's definitely got a long run set up.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. I just don't know if he's got enough time to pull in.
He'll probably get back to Ron, but I don't think he's gonna get back to Rob.
Well, Eric did a 35.1, which is just a little bit faster than Rob at a 35.20 last time by. Ron at a 35.5.
Yeah, he needs to find pace to make up half a second a lap to even get to him, and that's if Rob doesn't pick up the pace.
Right. $35.2. Yeah, he's slacked off a little bit on Rob's pace. He might get Ron, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. He is creeping into the picture back there. I think Ron will be happy with his second place if he can hang on for another 18. Actually, 17 to go this time by. Let's see what the lap time is here. 35.6. Cap with a 35.4. 0.2 faster that time by. Let's check our gap. They're all holding pretty steady still. Ron about an 8-second disadvantage to Rob. Eric at about 11 seconds back. Yeah, Dig, I don't see him pushing it unless he has to. I'd say manage the lap times you're throwing down. Save the tire just in case, but at this point I would say, just kind of cruise and don't let anybody get too close. Eric getting a little closer every lap to Ron. Ron just needs to be smooth, I think. I think he'll be all right. 15 to go. Look like the 18 lost it off a 3 and he's headed down pit road. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, he died.
Oh,
Blew the motor again.
Oh, man. So we literally have 4 guys on track at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to set the track for this kind of temp ever again. At least not for now. This is just literally the heat is killing the amount of cars that we have on track. Oh, good Lord. Not exactly how you want to see a race unfold, right? We're used to something a little bit more competitive, and unfortunately, I think the heat is taking that from us today.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that we haven't had that many cautions. We've had quite a few green flag runs, and the pace has had to be so slow that we're still over 2-hour mark right now.
Yeah, we're at 11:14. I mean, I'm used to spinning 33s around this place in the fixed setup.
Yeah.
Which is pretty bad. when you figure the track temp. I appreciate it, Barjay. But I think next week we're at Dover, I do believe. So that should be a good one. I'm gonna check some things with the weather before next week, so that way it's not stupid. Because that one does eat tires like you won't believe.
Oh, it's concrete.
Oh yeah.
And one thing about that place is if it does get hot.
Oh yeah.
It will.
I mean, concrete just gets hot by default.
Yeah.
So.
If that track is, I say, probably 110 plus, you won't get 20 laps under your tires.
Probably not.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the battle for Ron and Eric. Eric's definitely caught him. Got 10 to go this time by.
Eric's still running 35 O's.
I was gonna say, let's go last lap times. Yeah, Ron's running a 35.8. He's at 35.5 that time. So he picked it up a little bit. I think he's seen Eric in the rear view, said, no, I want second, buddy, not third. Let's see if Ron can hold him off. Ron is on fresher tires. Although at this point, I don't know if that's going to make that much of a difference.
No, so we're 10 to go.
9 to go.
9 to go.
Eric to the outside of Ron. Ron coming back on him. Ron's still running 35.5s to Eric's 35.1. I mean, if I'm Ron, I make him work for it, for sure. I'm not going to just give it to him. Oop, Ron down to the apron. I don't know if he tried to use it to get the car to turn. Eric going to go around him, though. So we're 8 to go. I mean, unless Eric all of a sudden turns into Superman, I don't see him pulling Robin at this point. We'll check.
It'd have to be a second and a half a lap.
Yeah, they're 11-3 back overall. I think they're gonna finish where we're gonna see them finish here. I mean, Eric's flying. He's at 11.5 right now. Last lap time. Rob's still setting 35s. Eric was a 35.3. Ron a 35.6. So the one thing Ron can hope for is Eric pushes the crap out of his tires and in a couple of laps starts to fall off or gets loose. Let's see what that was. Rob a 34.9. Eric a 35.4. Ron a 35.6. I think at this point, I don't think Ron's going to push it too crazy and just hang on and get that podium. So I think Eric Cap's going to extend his points lead after this. And heck, I think even Diesel and JD are going to get a pretty good bump, even finishing 4th and 5th. Because a lot of guys either out or not showing up tonight. Now they do get one throwaway for the season, so that'll come into effect as well. I'm still working on getting the points up in the system. I've got to work on that and figure out why that's not working, but hopefully we can get that on on screen for you guys before the end of the season here. Ugh, because I've got the hiccups now. Good God. Yeah, Rob's still pacing it at 34.9, so Eric Cap at a 35.5, Ron at a 35.6. We got 3 to go. Go check in on your leader. About 2.5 more times around this place, and Rob Collier's going to put this thing away. And we should be at 2 to go.
I think this track has a new nickname. Takes over the Darlington trademark of
Too tough to tame.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, at the end of the race, we're seeing long green flag runs, but obviously we're losing cars because of the heat and everything. I do want to check the track temp. Yeah, track temp's now down to 117. So,
one lap
glad
to
you
go.
made it, Don. Yeah, Rob's still rolling at a 35 flat.
Yeah.
Like, whatever he did to that setup, it hooks up. At least till late in a run. Because we haven't seen that thing wiggle hardly at all. Oh, now he's going to run high and prove me wrong. All right. Rob Collier going to come home with a win. Bounce back to Eric Cat, your second place car. He'll bring it home here in second place. Ron not far behind with a solid run at a podium.
Yes, sir.
Can't ask for a better race there. And Diesel lap down in fourth. So we'll get this off screen. We'll put this stuff up. We'll get the race results up. So Rob Collier going to be your winner for tonight. Eric Cap second. Ron St. Louis third. Diesel Weasel fourth. J.D. McHaley fifth. Gabriel Griffin sixth. Dennis Daly seventh. Tom Gom eighth. Tyler Nichols ninth. Gary Freeman in 10th. We got Aiden Haller 11th. Eric Dillingham 12th. So, and it looks like we already have our winner in the interview room. If I can get my mouse up here.
They're late.
All right, Rob, you walked away with this thing, man.
And unfortunately, the number of drivers I thought was going to finish after I saw the temp and everything for this race finished.
Yeah, I was not anticipating the track temp. I forecasted the whole thing, so I don't know why the track temp was so high for May, but unfortunately this is what we're dealt. So I may have to go back and look at the last few races and make sure that everything's set correctly after this thing. But solid setup. I didn't really see you wiggle too much compared to everybody else.
Yeah. It's like, jumped into practice and I saw all the track temps and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, none of my stuff is going to work for this because it's going to turn into a hellscape.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like.
So I basically just took the default, just did some offsetting with the track bars, softened up the rear and stiffened up the front. That's basically all I did.
I mean, we were talking about it, and I've run the fixed setup here so many times, and I don't think I've seen this many spins in a fixed race, which is, you know, I've been here when it's 115 on the track. I mean, it's not uncommon, but it just seemed kind of weird tonight. Almost like, you know, every once in a while you jump into a practice session, the session's broke in a little bit of a way, and the cars just kind of over-rotate. But, I mean, overall, looked like a good race tonight, you know, from your end. You know, solid 200 laps. So, congrats on the win tonight. And like I said, I'm going to go back and look at weather for the next X number of races that we've got left and make sure that things aren't broken, because I hate to see this many cars not finish.
It's like there's nothing wrong with a hot track. I think no one actually expected it to be as hot as it was.
I agree. So, but overall, like I said,
it briefly hit 130 halfway through the race.
I saw that, and it was funny because you could almost tell when the temp was climbing again, because you'd see guys do wiggles and all sorts of weird things. So it was definitely weird to almost watch it flip, almost like somebody turned off the lights kind of thing.
I think it's just the tire model with the bias here.
And that's what we were kind of wondering too. As the track temp gets up over 120, does the tire model break?
Yeah.
And
it's also old Charlotte, so it artificially just eats tires as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, all right, bud. Well, good race tonight, and hopefully we catch you at Dover.
All right, man. You guys have a good one.
Yep, you too.
You too, bud.
All right, that was your winner. Ron, I need you over in the interview room so I can pull you in for an interview. All right, so let's grab Eric Cap, your second place. Eric, second place on the night, man, and you didn't pit for tires in that last caution.
I was hoping it would have been the caution without 20 to go.
I wondered, I'm like, why are we not pitting? It just seemed kind of odd, but overall it seemed like it worked out for you.
Yeah, probably would have finished where I would have.
Well, and I think you played it well without the caution coming out, because you caught back up to Ron. You're able to pull him in and pull off a P2. So, I mean, you extended your points lead a little bit, so that's good. You know, with 4 races left to go, you know, every little point counts. So, I'd say second place would make me happy tonight for sure.
Yeah, I do wish it stayed green though after the lap 73 caution.
Oh yeah. We were just talking with Rob. You know, it was kind of weird that everybody kind of spun the way that they did, and it almost seems like the tire model's kind of broken once the track temp gets over a certain temperature, because we could see when the track would get so hot, all of a sudden everybody's starting to walk around, and everything that they did to their setups just went out the window.
Well, I know with my setup, I've made it tight on purpose to try to get it to not spin.
That ain't a bad idea, I'll tell you what.
Because I remember this race last year you had it at night, and
yep. Well, it was late afternoon, hotter. I think.
Somewhere in that area, but it was cooler than right here, so
right.
That's the big reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back and check the weather on the other races just to make sure it doesn't get this stupid again.
Yeah, I was also almost every run, if you watched, I was just slow on the starts because I was just making sure I kept my tires underneath me every single run.
A solid idea, especially if you know the track temp's going to be that hot, because you know at that point it becomes who can save their tires the best.
Old track during the day, you might as well predict it's going to be hot.
Oh yeah, yep. So, all right, well, solid second place tonight. We got Dover next week. So I definitely say get your testing in early so that way you're ready to go. But I'm sure you've already got a plan for that, especially being what we've seen the last couple of races.
Yeah, true. That's something. I know I'm going to be doing JD's thing on Saturday, so I'll have to set up for that first.
Yeah, and that's 87's at Michigan, if I remember right.
At Legacy, Michigan.
Yeah, that's another one that eats tires. So you at least got some decent practice in before then.
Yeah, true.
So. All right, bud. Well, I'm gonna let you go and like I said, solid second place tonight, and hopefully we see you at Dover.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been informed we're not going to have an interview with Ron tonight. He was headed to bed. So, Ron, congrats on the third place, bud. Hopefully I get you in the interview room in the next one. But I at least owe you an interview. Maybe we'll catch you before the next race. We'll get you on pre-race and talk about it then. So
You owe him a pizza?
I owe him pizza? Who said I owed him pizza?
I said, do you?
I might. I don't know. But all right. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight. I'm going to let these guys go. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Not that I can think of.
I was gonna say they're speechless.
I need a cold beverage.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, all right. Well, we're out of here. I don't know my next stream point. It might be next Tuesday, or we might do something this week. I'm not really sure yet, because my work schedule is all up in the air. So, if we don't see you before next Tuesday, we'll see you next Tuesday at Dover. Be here at 9 o'clock. And everybody have a good rest of the week.